So in this video, I'm going to share what I would do if I was starting again from scratch and I was literally in Africa and I didn't have any money and I wasn't Samuel Leeds. I didn't have the brand, didn't have the connections. I was literally just like a random starter-outer from scratch with no money, no reputation. And the thing that prompted me to do this video is I'm with this kid here. He's a boxer. Look at him. I've taken him swimming and he's boxing in the pool. And the dream is to get into real estate as well, right? Yeah. I want to become a millionaire. So this is what I'd do. What I would do is I would start out by finding developers, because you can make a lot of money. Like for instance, we're in Ghana right now. There's people buying land, building on the land, literally doubling their money in some cases. So you can make millions of pounds. So what I would do if I was starting out and I had no money, no reputation, no nothing, is I would build a brand. I would go around some of these developers. I'd learn the tricks. I'd learn what they're doing, even working as an apprentice or even working for free. And I'd realize that more important than working for money is about building your knowledge. So rule number one is I would start by building my knowledge for how to make money, how it works. Then, after I built my knowledge, I built my network. I'd then start finding investors, overseas investors maybe, or investors that just wanted to, locals that wanted to get into property development. Now, a lot of these companies, a lot of these big development companies that build stuff like this, build hotel blocks, apartment blocks, big beautiful mansions from scratch. A lot of them, they need investors. They need investment, okay? So what I would do, and I know that because I've been speaking to some of the owners of massive buildings, apartment complexes where they'll build 150 apartments in one complex. And what they need is they need investors. They are prepared to give, they don't care who you are, they will give you 2% as a referral fee. So in other words, let's say they're selling an apartment off plan, or it's built for £100,000, which is about $1 million Ghanaian CDs. Well, actually just a bit more than that. But if they're selling an apartment block, they need the investor to come. So they'll pay you. Doesn't matter if you're a nobody, doesn't matter if you've got no experience, no nothing. They'll pay you 2%. So what's 2%? If it's like 100 grand, 200 grand, that's like £3,000-4,000 for finding an investor and passing them over to them. It's like you're almost like a deal sourcer. So if you're getting 2, 3, 4, 5 grand for doing that, passing one investor, then all you need to do starting out is, rather than thinking about I need to save loads of money, no, you need knowledge. Get a bit of knowledge. You need a network. Find investors that are looking to invest and just introduce them to the developers that will sell them the stuff. Now, if you've done that a few times, now your pot's growing. Not only is your pot growing, your money growing, but also your knowledge is growing. You're getting to see what's going down. Now, I'd buy a piece of land with that money. And you can buy land super cheap out here. Now, it might not be prime location. I mean, I've been to some areas where you can buy land for 5, 10 grand. So I'd buy a piece of land, do a small development. Now I've got the skill to be able to raise finance. Now I've got a bit of a reputation, I've got a bit of a network. Instead of now raising finance for other people's deals and passing the investors to the developers, I'm gonna pass the investor to who? To me. I'm gonna do my first project. You do a small project, $100,000, $1 million or so CDs, and you double your money. Now you're gonna make £100,000, $100,000 yourself, starting from nothing. And then snowball that, grow that. That's what the people do. I'm chatting with a guy, Mr. COD. Come over here, my brother. So when you started out, I mean, well, what's your background? How did you grow up? Did you grow up with money? Did you grow up in the nice part of Ghana?
No money at all. And I grew up in the eastern part of Ghana where nothing came up. I think you heard my mom.
Yeah.
When she saw the video I did with you, she kept screaming in our local dialect that God, thank you. I never ever imagined my son even filming with like a white colored person and all that. But I just believed in myself. I was consistent and I started from running the brokerage that's building a personal
So
brand.
you started exactly what I'm talking about. So you started by passing investors to developers?
Yes, sir. That's all.
And getting a fee?
Yeah.
And then you saved that money, used that to buy your own land?
That's all I did.
And now joint venturing? This guy's got like mansions that he's involved with now, that he's partnering with.
Yeah.
I mean, how much have you raised in private finance in the last like 18 months?
In the last 18 months, we've done over $1 million USD. That's a lot of money in Ghana cedis.
Yeah,
That's
$1 million
billions.
US dollars.
Yeah.
That's almost £1 million.
Yeah.
He's raised here in Africa, and he's doubling his monies in some instances. Is that fair to say?
Fair, 100.
Yeah. So there is hope. So if you're starting out from nothing, even if you're in, a country and you might say is not as opportunistic as the UK. Really is it not? Because I tell you what, I'm investing out in Ghana right now. So I hope that's encouraging, and I'm rooting for you. If you want to come and learn from me, I started from nothing as well. Not poverty, but I wasn't given any money. I grew up in a very working class area. Now I live in a mansion, now buying houses for my family members. Now last year we did over £10 million. So if you want to learn from me, then you're welcome to come and spend the day with me. I'm running an event. It's £1 for a ticket, so there is no excuse. You might be saying, oh, but Samuel, I live in Ghana and I can't get a visa. I'm running it also virtually. You can tune in on Zoom, so there is no excuse. If you're watching this video, it means you have internet. So come on down to the Property Investors Crash Course. I'm going to teach you everything I know about property, condensed into one day. I'll leave a link in the description. God bless you. I'm rooting for you. You're watching this video for a reason. So I hope to see you win big and prosper, not just for yourself, but so you can also help your family. This guy's helping out his family. He's been an inspiration. He's pulling other people up to the top. It's good being successful, but you know what's even more powerful than that? Pulling people up to the top of the mountain. And that's why I'm running this one-day program. So hope to see you there. God bless.